we're on the 4th day of the Israeli-Iranian conflict. There's a lot going on, Chad.
Weird.
Just a lot.
Yeah, it's summertime. It's quiet, right?
I know, right? It's just, I know, right? I want to talk about stuff like midget porn, and we can't.
Oh my God.
We have to talk about the
midget. We know who you are, Gidget.
Right. We got to talk about the Israeli-Iranian conflict. Okay, the U.S. aircraft carrier USS Nimitz, I think that's how you pronounce that.
It's not the Harvey Milk?
Nimitz is heading towards the Middle East as the conflict between Israel and Iran just spirals into an all-out war now. So Trump warned that Iran's going to experience the full strength of the American military if Iran attacks the U.S. amid the conflict with Israel. And I thought it was very interesting over the weekend because he had vetoed Israel's plans to assassinate Iran's supreme leader. This decision comes amidst escalating tensions between them, but he was like, don't do that. Like, he vetoed that. He warned Tehran that if we are attacked in any way, shape, or form by Iran, the full strength, it's going to like come down on you. But he also said to Israel, do not assassinate this guy. So I think it's very interesting. And we have a clip from yesterday about that assassination.
You put to Benjamin Netanyahu that he punted on. A U.S. official is telling us just in the last few minutes since your interview concluded that President Trump did, in fact, in the last couple of days, nix a plan that the Israelis were putting together to assassinate the supreme leader of Iran. So we can put a bow on that as President Trump prepares to come and join us here in Canada. And he is telegraphing the way that he will frame this fight between Israel and Iran once he meets with the other G7 leaders. Part of a long truth social, he says, we will have peace soon between Israel and Iran. Many calls and meetings now taking place. I do a lot, never get credit for anything, but that's okay. The people understand, make the Middle East great again.
Okay, so there's that. Now I'm old enough to remember when Obama sent pallets of cash to Iran. What was it, like $1.7 billion? Remember?
Yeah. Something like that, give or take. You know, what's a few hundred million between friends?
Billion, 1.7 billion. It's like, no one cared. I mean, no one really investigated because we're just an ATM for terrorists, right? Iran was also part and parcel to Trump's assassination attempt. And obviously Trump knows that. So it's interesting that he's like, no, I mean, let's not kill the leader. I'd rather negotiate with this guy. He is like the most forgiving dude ever.
Well, I think he looks at the bigger picture, which is we are close to being dragged into something, which, by the way, I want no part of.
I want no part of it either. Right.
You know what? And I hear all the time how Putin plays Trump. I'm going to say this right now. I think Bibi Netanyahu plays Trump all day long. Mm-hmm. I think he's easy to ask for forgiveness for Trump, and he gets it. And in March of this year, the U.S. released you can go look it up. It is essentially a report about Iran and its nuclear capabilities. And it says in there, they're not really that close to getting a bomb. And by all accounts, they don't want a bomb. And so that is our Defense Department putting that out. It is frustrating because we're going to get dragged into something. And my fear is we're going to get innocent people killed. They're going to strike in several places with their proxies. And it's going to ramp up, and the potential of us bombing and doing stuff. And I think he thinks if we go and have this guy killed and the Israelis do it, it is going to be absolute chaos throughout the Middle East.
I think the only person that really wants war with Iran, the only American, is Lindsey Graham.
Oh my God, Lindsey Graham! He wants war with anybody? How much are you getting paid from the military industrial complex? What are they doing for you?
Right. I honestly, because his tweet the other day was like, game on or something like that. It's like, this isn't a game, dude. It's not a game. Yeah.
And you're not serving. You're not patting in the front, right? You know, cheering on the soldiers as you go in there with your 6-shooter. You're sitting back here all super duper queened out, waiting for something to happen. I mean,
we're happy to drop you in the war zone, honey. Yeah, we're happy to do that. No, but I don't want to be involved in another war. I hate the Ukraine-Russia thing. A lot of us are just weary of this. We don't want any part of this. And we're
not good at nation building.
No, we don't want any part of this at all. It's like we can watch it and they can do what they want, and we'll support. Listen, I support Israel. I just don't want to be involved in it. I think a lot of people feel that way. And I love what Batya Ungar-Sargon said on Fox and Friends this past weekend. Check this out.
Right now is unbelievably important. He is masterfully navigating a thin and narrow line between a radical far right that is demanding that the U.S. drop Israel, and then the Israelis who are demanding that America fully join the offensive effort against Iran. The president is saying no to both of those things. He has a very clear idea of what it means to be America first, peace through strength. We are going to defensively assist our ally Israel in supporting it, in protecting its citizens, but we are not going to war because this president won the election because the American people are sick of forever wars, and he's going to keep that promise. This moment, we're going to look back on this and say this was masterfully done, and I cannot point to another person on this planet who could have done such a good job walking this narrow line, America first, while supporting our allies.
I thought that was beautifully put.
Yeah.
I just like the way that she said that. And this weekend, the hashtag Iranians stand with Israel was trending, which I love, because there are so many Iranian people that absolutely hate the leadership of their country and don't want this crap.
Of, like Mark Halpern pointed out, how easy it was for the Mossad to get inside of the inner workings of it, because there's a lot of people, even in the inner side, the inside of there, that don't like the leadership. Now, that being said, it doesn't mean that, like, if he was overthrown, that they're going to be like, hey, Jews, let's be best friends.
Right.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But I think what they would say is, what can we do to get these debilitating sanctions off of us? What can we do to get all of this stuff that we've had in the last several years taken away, and we can try to have some normalcy in the region? It isn't going to be, Tehran in the 60s, by the way, people. Go look at Tehran in the 60s.
I have a video. Yep.
All of the European women and men went to party. It was what they call Ibiza now.
Right. I have it. Yeah. But first, we have to talk about how I'm on my fourth cup of coffee. It's basically lunchtime for me right now because I've been up since the butt crack of dawn. Blackout, you guys. Bold, strong, unapologetic, like me, like you, like Chad. Whether you're with us here in the morning, in the mornings before your workouts, you just need fuel, like for working, getting through work. Blackout coffee is the best. This is no compromise coffee. I love it so much. My favorite is a dark chocolate. That's what I drink in the morning. And then they have blueberry crumble too. I don't know why. I just drink that on the weekends a lot. I didn't think I was going to like blueberry crumble, but I absolutely love it. And for a limited time, you can visit blackoutcoffee.com/chicks. Use code chicks at checkout for 20% off. It's precision roasted. It's shipped fast. It's ethically sourced. It's highly caffeinated, which I don't know about you. I like great taste in my coffee, but really I need lots and lots of caffeine. And they have a ton of choices. Robust to ice cold, ready to drink stuff. Go to blackoutcoffee.com/chicks. Use code chicks at checkout for 20% off your first order. Strong coffee that's never going to sell you out. And that's blackoutcoffee.com/chicks, code chicks. Yep, I have an Iran nostalgia video for you. So this is Iran before the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Check this out. Just look at the vibe of this video. 1979. I mean, just look at the woman. The girls. That's Iran, you guys, in 1979. So, I mean, I feel sorry for the people of Iran, but especially the women. As a woman, I feel before 1979, the legal age for marriage in Iran was strictly 18 years old. After the 1979 revolution, it became 13 for girls. And in some cases, it's 9 with fatherly consent. So, I mean, the headscarves, the coverings, just part of it. Like, I teach my daughter to be so grateful that she is an American girl because of crap like that. Like, yeah. I show her pictures. I tell her, like, this is what's going on in the rest of the world. You better be damn grateful that you are an American girl that is able to do all the things that you do. There are so many American girls here that are just ungrateful beasts that are like, we're so oppressed. Really? Are you? Are you oppressed? Because you're really not. You're not. Because that's before 1979. Can you imagine? 1979. And it's so different now. Here's another current video of some Iranian girls and what they're going through right now. because they can't show their hair.
No.
They can't have their hair down. I mean, can you imagine? This is the thing.
Well,
I don't want us involved in another war, but I'm rooting for Israel in this case. And I'm rooting for the good Iranian people who want the kind of country that they had in the freaking 70s. Like, how crazy is that, right?
Yeah.
To
well,
me,
here's the problem. We backed the Shah. And the Shah's like, all right, cool. I can steal everything I can from this country and do everything I want to do. And I could bleed this country. And the Americans are going to back me up. And it'll be fantastic. And so what happens? Like everything. It went from one wild swing to another wild swing. Where's the common sense? I've been getting flooded with how amazing Iran and and opportunities are there, and never anything about that. Like my videos that I get sent all the time now, or on my algorithm, or Tehran's amazing, and look how incredible this is, and look how amazing this is. We gave you math, we gave you all this stuff, and you know, and they're all women. They're all women that are sending it, and all they do is just kind of cover up, because that's kind of it. That's what the women are doing. Is like, how far can we cover up without covering up?
Right. But the fact is, they have to freaking cover up like that. I look at it from that perspective, and just the vibe of that first video, the vibe of how carefree that one woman was walking in the street with all those beautiful children, and now it's not that way.
Go look at and Lebanon. Like, these were places that in the 60s and 70s. So yet now the Europeans go to Ibiza, and they go to Spain. They used to go to Lebanon to shop.
Right.
They used to go and party. They used to do the same thing in Tehran, because you could gamble. Basically, had all the bad things that we have. You could gamble, you could drink, you could do all the things, and everybody turned a blind eye. Nobody cared.
Right.
And then they came in and they overdid it, and then it was beekeeper outfits, and it was strict, jihadi kind of law, the Sharia law stuff.
Yes. I'm sorry. I have no interest in being a beekeeper. No interest. Thank you, but no.
But no.